Alright, hey guys, welcome back. It's going to be a different type of video today. I'm going to be talking about three main things that I feel should either be changes or mods, and I think they make sense. I think it will add to the game, I think it will make the game better, and also this is my opinion. So if you do not agree with it, I understand. None of this is like, this is like stuff I've been thinking about as I've been playing the game. I think I have like about 100 hours into the game already, and yeah, so these are my thoughts. I feel like these, will enhance the game. But like again, just my opinions. And the script will be in the description like always. It's on the screen right now. I do this just in case you guys need to translate it or look back into it. If I get off track and start talking about other stuff, you guys can always look in the description to see exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So we're gonna be talking about three things, right? So number one, hideouts. So hideouts, let's see if I can find the hideout real quick. Right here. So here's my problem with hideouts. Is I found what's it called? So hideouts, you can either so you go through them, right? You fight through the waves, or if there's only 5 or 4 in the faction, you go straight to the end cutscene where they walk up to you and they're like, hey, you're, what's it called? Do you want to duel, or do you want to just, fight all of us or whatever, right? And you get to choose, do you want to duel the main guy, or do you want to fight all of them together with your people? And what I found is it's never worth the duel. Now let me explain. So both give you the same renown, influence, morale. If you duel or if you fight the person, they give you the same amount. Both give you a chance to take the leader as a prisoner if he is knocked out. But let's talk about the individuals. If you choose duel, it is a 1v1, so it's good if you're alone, right? You don't want to fight 5 dudes at the end if you are alone. Let's say you fought a hideout that has like 24 people, right? You only start with, what, 9? Let's say you lost all those people, you're down to the last 5, and you can duel or you can do a 1v5. Obviously, you should choose duel, right? But that doesn't usually happen because usually I don't try those big hideouts. I don't think many people try those big hideouts, but I might do a video on that of me seeing how to make it easier, but we'll see, right? But yes, that's the advantage. That's the one advantage. It's good if you're alone. The disadvantage, you get less weapon XP because obviously you're only fighting one person instead of 5, so you'll hit them less, so you'll get less XP. You'll get less loot because guess what? If you win the duel, you only get his items, right? You do not get the 4 people behind him because those 4 people pack up and leave. So less loot and less potential prisoners, because if, let's say, you knock out all 5, then you get 5 prisoners instead of just the one guy if you knock him out. Now, let's talk about the, so that's the advantage and disadvantage of duels. It's a 1v1, that's the advantage. Disadvantage, you get less weapon XP, less loot, and less potential prisoners. Now, the everybody attacks advantage, the one where you choose and everybody just starts attacking, right? Like, I don't take duels with this or whatever. It's way easier to win. Even if you have decent units, it's way easier to win. Get behind them, hit them from the back as they're attacking your troops. Very simple. More loot and more weapon XP and more potential prisoners. Literally, the disadvantages are gone that were in the duel. You get more weapon XP, you attack them more. You get more loot because you get everybody's loot instead of the one guy's loot. And you get more potential prisoners if you knock them out, right? The disadvantage is obviously the advantage of the duel. If you are by yourself at the end, you might lose. But you can still win, but you might lose, right? Depends on how your skill is and all the other stuff. And one side note, so that's the advantage of attacking is you pretty much, more loot, more XP, more potential prisoners. You'll usually always win. The disadvantage, if you're by yourself, then you might actually lose. And now, a side note, in small camps of 4 to 5, I know this one has 7, so that means you still have to kind of run through a little bit. But in small camps in 4 to 5, they're the most ideal to attack, in my opinion. Give you a good amount of loot. And also, doing a duel is never the right choice. If you're in a small, let's say, bandit camp like this, and you choose the duel at the end, you're literally losing half of your profit. Because the duel at the end requires 5 people. So you're only going to fight 2 people as you're running in, right? You're running around the map, you fight 2 people, and then the cutscene cuts, right? The cutscene will cut when there's 5 people left out of this 7. So if you choose the duel, you're losing out on 4 people's loot that are going to leave. So there's really no point of even doing this unless you're looking for reputation, which there are better ways anyways to get it. So duel does not make sense. Now that we got the hideouts and how they work, now let's talk about how I feel we should fix it. So I feel that after winning, okay, so how to make them more interesting, right? And make duel a viable option, in my opinion. So after winning a duel, I feel the remaining enemy units, the 4 guys who are just standing behind the main guy, they should ask to join you. Oh, sorry about that. They should ask to join you and become part of your group. I feel like that would be a good, like, hey, we respect you. You know, you won the duel. You were playing fair, right? You should also receive more influence and renown because you chose a fair fight. You chose a 1v1. Because let's say you go to the ending cutscene and there's 9 of your guys behind you and they only have 4, right? If you choose the duel, you're being respectful. You know what I mean? You don't want all of them to die. So they choose to join you and you get more influence and renown. I feel like that would be good. And I feel this will make it worth it because obviously, because you can choose the duel and you will get more influence, renown, and you'll get troops if you choose the duel, right? Or if you choose to attack all of them, you'll get more gold or XP, which makes it, what do you call it? Kind of balanced in a way, choosing what you want in that situation, what you need more. Do you need the influence and the troops, or do you need the overall gold and experience? I feel like that will kind of, you know, balance out hideouts, make it a little bit more interesting. I don't really care for the fact that, what do you call it? You can only bring 9 people. I think that's a cool concept. I know people don't like that, but I don't think that's a problem. I feel like it makes it more like dungeon worthy, right? It's like basic dungeon worthy, but I feel like it provides a challenge, you know? It's a nice challenge. Let's say you have 9 people, they have 54, and you somehow win. That's amazing. You feel great. The adrenaline is running, right? But yeah, I feel like that's what they should change. They should make duels more worth it, because right now, there's really no point of dueling, like, ever. They don't really give you that much of a bonus. Alrighty. Now let's go to the town where I talk about my second point. This one will be more of a hands-on and not just an explanation thing. So let's see if we can find ourselves the person I'm looking for. And I'm sorry it might be laggy at the town because, I don't know, I guess, like, you know, the beta's been kind of laggy in certain parts of either a town or a fight. It is what it is, right? But let's see if I can find the person I'm looking for. If it's not going to be too hard, I might fast forward. If it takes too long, they're kind of random. But who I'm looking for are... I kind of don't want to say it until I find him. Or her. These boys right here. These boys right here. I feel like beggars need a change. Because all they can really do... they tell you some useless information. Really useless, to be honest with you. And then sometimes you can ask them to find somebody, or most of the time you say goodbye. Now, listen. Here's the thing I feel that should be changed. We need more options for this guy. We need more options for beggars. I think there should be an option to give 100 dinars as a donation, and it will give you 1 renown. And it can only be done once a day per beggar in the town. I feel like that would be fair. I think that would be just. I feel like that should be a thing, right? And then also, now this is kind of, I won't say controversial, but it's kind of a little bit bigger change. It might be exploitable, I don't know. But here's my idea. So this will require 150 to 200 rogue skill, right? And then this will unlock this option for you. It's an option to give the looter, or no, not the looter, the beggar, 200 to 500 dinars depending on the town prosperity. If it's a really poor town, it's going to be 200. If it's a very rich town, it's going to be 500. And pretty much you're going to pay him to go and steal something from the market for you. And then you go into a 50-50 chance to either he gets caught and you lose 2 reputation with all the noblemen in the town and you lose your investment, or you get 1,000 to 1,350 dinars depending on the town prosperity again. And this can also be done once a day. Now, I know that's a weird change. It might need to be tweaked a lot, but I feel like there should be more choices for like characters like this, right? The 100 dinars for 1 renown is basic. It's just a basic, you know, you pay, you get your renown, you go on your way. But the second one, you're taking a chance to get a lot of gold. You might do this, you know what I mean? Plus, I don't want it to be exploited early game, so that's why I said it requires a higher roguery skill or rogue skill, right? So yeah, I feel like that's the change that should be implemented, because these guys don't do anything. Like, I'm looking for somebody. You can literally go to so many other people. I don't know you can change it. I did not know you could do this. What the heck? But yeah, I feel like Beggars need a change. I feel like they need to be improved upon. I feel like they will be. I know the guys at Bannerlord are working really hard. I enjoy all the updates they do. But yeah, let's make Beggars great again. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. You know. But okay, let's move on. So Raiders and Bandits. That is the third thing. It's kind of a big change, but hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like this will make the game a lot more interesting. Make them into different minor factions. Kind of. I don't mean these type of minor factions. Hold on. I don't mean these type. I feel like there should be another one right here. That's Bandits/Raiders. Under the types, there should be one right here. It says Bandits/Raiders. Now hear me out. They're not going to change what they are. Mountain Bandits will still stay Mountain Bandits. Looters will still stay Looters. But they will not have beef with each other. They don't have beef right now. That's why I think they should just become minor factions in a way. But here's the catch, because I don't want them to become like other minor factions. You know, you can't hire them as mercenaries, but they're very unique. Now here I have some bullet points. I'm going to read them out to you. I'm going to see what you guys think. Let me know. So I feel like they should not have no leader, and they shouldn't have a leader, and they cannot form an army. Because obviously they're bandits. They're not supposed to form big armies. They're not supposed to have a person who's leading them. Because if they had someone who's leading them, he would be a lord. He would not be a bandit, right? So they can't do that. Here's the one thing I think they should be able to do. I feel like they should be able to take control of villages. You know, either raid them or take over them. And once they take over them, they become a temporary hideout where all types of bandits can go in. Not just the specific type of bandit. As you can see, the forest bandit right here. I feel like if they take over town, it becomes a hub for all the other bandits to come and trade and do all that stuff, right? And then if you want to take back this village, the owner of the fief that's connected to the village should go and take it back, similar to how you take over a hideout, right? I feel like that should be a thing. I feel like that will make it very exciting, very different. Now, they cannot take castles or towns because they can't form a good army. Those are too big for them to take. So stick to villages. Now, they can also become neutral with the player if the player does good by them. I feel like there should be a reputation system for these guys, right? Kind of like you become an outlaw, kind of, you know, legend or whatever. So you get a good reputation, or no, you get neutral reputation with them, which means they won't really attack you if you do certain things. Like I put, for example, does not take bandit/raider prisoners when a fight is won. Because sometimes when you win against bandits or raiders, you can take some of them as prisoners. Be under this tab right here. If you choose not to take them, you should gain some reputation with them, as in the way you let them go, right? Recruit bandits and raiders if they do not want to fight. I talked about this in an earlier video. Let's say there's a bandit crew of 30 or less, and I attack them. They're small. They're pretty much 10% of my army. Usually when they're 10% or below your army size, they will give you an option like, hey, we really don't want to fight, but we'll join you. Now, if you recruit them and don't attack them when they ask you to be recruited, you should get reputation with them, which will add to your neutral reputation with them, right? And also doing quests for gang leaders in towns. I feel like that should be connected to something. I feel like that there should be interconnection, right? If you do quests for gang leaders, if you pass it, you gain reputation. Same way if you fail it, you lose reputation, right? I feel like there should be a metric for that, right? Because I feel like nowadays, like if you attack lords, there's going to be minus reputation. But I feel like if you start clearing out all the bandits, you should also get negative reputation. Like they'll really hate you. Or if you help them out, they won't hate you. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like they should, you know, also be considered that way. And then the last thing for them, I feel like end game requires rogue skill of 275, like end to end the game, right? Because obviously, if we look, one thing that's overpowered is what's it called? Right here. You cannot trade summons when doing barter. That's an overpowered trade skill. I feel like every skill should have an overpowered skill at the end, right? It really should. Like this right here, 15 party size. What is that? You know what I mean? That's not worthy of 275. The rogue skill for 275 is what? See, I feel like this should be changed. But pretty much I think this should be a choice for this one, right? Either you do this, or you should be able to ally with bandit factions once you reach a positive reputation with them. After you have to reach neutral, right? And then once you have the rogue skill of 275, you can become allies with them if they are neutral with you. And then when you go into a war with a kingdom, let's say this was a different kingdom, not mine, right? But let's say this was a different kingdom. If you go to war with them, then the bandits that are on your side, let's say you have step bandits on your side, they will focus on not taking your villages because they're allies with you. They will leave you alone, but they will take your enemy's villages, which will ruin your enemy's economy. So it's another way to win in the long term than just, you know, attacking things straight on, because you can use the bandits to your advantage. Now, those are my 3 big changes I would like to see. I think they make sense. I know that some of them have to be tweaked and this and that. I'm not saying these have to be changes officially. This could be also be mods. I don't know if these mods are already out, but I was thinking about this a lot. I wrote it down as I thought about it as I was playing my game. And yeah, that is the 3 changes: Hideouts, Beggars, and Raiders and Bandits. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what other changes you would like to see in the future. Yeah, this is, you know, it's a different type of video. I want to kind of mix up the type of videos I do. I'm going to do a playthrough very soon. I'm also going to be live streaming. I don't know on what platform. But yeah, that was a lot of talking. It's kind of late. But yeah, I'm very excited for the channel's future. And yeah, guys, stay safe.